Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Saad Tasleem coming at you with another raw vlog. Those of you who don't know what my raw vlogs are, go to my YouTube channel, check it out. I have a bunch of raw vlogs uploaded there. Okay, so today I want to talk about the issue of Ramadan Muslims, or I should say Ramadan Muslims. Now, if you don't know what that means, or if you don't know what this term is, basically this is used to describe those people who maybe during the year they commit certain sins and all of that, but during the month of Ramadan they stop. Or they don't practice Islam, or they practice very little of Islam, but during the month of Ramadan they practice Islam more. So for example, a person doesn't pray their prayers, but during the month of Ramadan they start praying their 5 daily prayers. Now, I personally think that this term is horrible. I don't think we should use it to describe anyone. I don't think we should label people as Ramadan Muslims and point fingers at people and say, you're Ramadan Muslims. Now, I've been thinking about this issue, and I was thinking about, why are people so quick to judge other people and refer to them as Ramadan Muslims? And even this year's panel, I noticed that even before Ramadan had started, people already started complaining about Ramadan Muslims. Oh, here come the Ramadan Muslims and all that kind of stuff. One of the reasons, I think, is that people who are religious, or people who practice Islam, they almost feel like they have a monopoly on religiosity, right? It's almost like they feel like, and they feel threatened. They're like, I practice Islam the whole year, and look at these people who show up, and just during the month of Ramadan, they become all religious. And that makes them feel like all their work is worth nothing. And the reality is that, that is actually, I would say, a form of arrogance, to look down upon people because they didn't practice Islam the rest of the year. And arrogance is a matter of the heart. It's extremely, extremely dangerous. Let alone the other issue of, labeling somebody as a Ramadan Muslim. We assume that they're going to return to their old habits after Ramadan is over. And that is not necessarily the case. Yeah, it's likely, especially if someone does it every year. Yeah, there's a good chance, but you still never know. When you call somebody a Ramadan Muslim, you're discouraging them from practicing Islam. And I don't know about you, but I don't want that on my head. Secondly, you don't know whether this Ramadan will be different. Maybe this Ramadan they practiced and they worked at their Islam, and this Ramadan is different. Also, the fact that maybe they don't make it past this Ramadan, right? Maybe, yes, they may have gone back to a non-religious life after Ramadan, but maybe they don't make it till the end of Ramadan. So how can we discourage someone from getting closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? We really have to take a look at ourselves and ask ourselves, what is happening in our hearts that we feel like we have to label people or put people down by calling them Ramadan Muslims? I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide me and guide all of you and guide the quote-unquote Ramadan Muslim, even though, you know what, I almost want to stop using that term, even though I'm using the term here to tell you to not call them Ramadan Muslims. I think we should boycott this term. I think we should just stop using it altogether. Instead of putting people down for being those things that I talked about, we should actually encourage them. Instead of condemning people for being Ramadan Muslims, instead of condemning them, we should actually be those people who are encouraging them to continue the lifestyle that they led during the month of Ramadan. So instead of condemnation, we should be there as people who will support them and help them and make it easy for them to practice Islam even after the month of Ramadan is over. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows best. I will see y'all later, inshallah ta'ala. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.